You're different.
Hey, Composing Gloves here, and I'm wearing a hat. And welcome to my channel. On this channel, I strive to make series content, meaning I strive to make things that you would typically pay for as a series. So, for example, I've got MIDI music theory, where I teach you music theory using MIDI. I have music theory from the ground up, where I teach it from a software perspective like Sibelius or Finale, those kinds of things. I use MuseScore at the beginning, and I do it right from the get-go. Like, I spend a lot of time writing out my series, writing exactly what concepts I want, what each concept will do, the order the concepts need to be in, that kind of a thing. And I'm not against going back and improving things, completely removing videos and teaching them more effectively or better. As this channel grows, you will see more and more content appear that will be in this series-like fashion. I do individual videos because I believe, number one, they're good ways for people to discover it, because sometimes people just don't know that it exists, and I need to do some sort of a marketing way, and a lot of things that do that are typically tips video. And they're really useful videos too. People like to see videos where they get tips on how to do things, but it doesn't necessarily cover an entire subject cohesively. Like, for example, quick music theory tips, where I might throw a bunch of music theory tips that you might have not known otherwise, but it's not the most cohesive look at music theory, so I have an entirely separate course for that. I have VSTs, Contact from the Ground Up, Massive from the Ground Up, that type of a thing. If you're interested in seeing the development and having more of a say in the content that goes on this channel, go check out my Patreon. If you support that, you'll eventually one day see the development of VSTs and softwares for free. I plan to just use everything you guys give me to just push this thing as far as I could possibly push it. I really want to become the ultimate music resource that I could possibly be. I'd like to bring in other producers and work and support what they're doing, not necessarily as a part of Composing Gloves, but as I just support them. Like, just, hey, look, there's this great channel over here. So you will see things on this channel that I strive to be quite unique and sort of a visionary in the way that this will work. But that's what you're in for. If this is something you'd like, please subscribe and share and learn and do whatever you want to do. Like, I really just want to be here to help you reach your dreams. And I plan to go into things like, I'm working on a critical listening series right now. Maybe this is a while after and it's all done. In a mixing series, I plan to go into performing, live sound, pretty much anything that has to do with music, recording. I plan to go into other DAWs. Right now, I've been very heavily into FL. It's kind of my home DAW. It's where I started, but I do work in Pro Tools. I have worked in Ableton just a smidge. So there's lots of places we could go, and there's a lot of things I could do and probably refer you to other channels. I'm not against that. I think having multiple teachers is a very powerful thing. So my big thing is just sort of pulling this all together and creating a culture, a resource, a place for you to learn your craft, and also just have fun. Music is fun. It's cool. So if you have any questions, let me know. Please do subscribe. Check out my Patreon for more information if you really want to support this. I mean, if every person donated $1, I mean, straight, I'd go full time right now, and I would, if I could do it my way, I would continue to go to school and learning and taking the stuff I learned from school, putting it into an applicable manner for you, and so you can learn it totally free, and then we'd go from there and and develop a really dynamic thing, along with hiring animators, editors, things that will just make things more worth it for you. And I want to do it all for free. It's all pretty much based on how far I can get my Patreon to go. So if everyone donated $1, it'd be insane, like, what would happen. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. Subscribe again, and have a blessed day. This is going to be taught from two sides. One, I'm going to teach music theory, and in this video, we're going to talk about what music theory is. I guess I'm going to explain exactly what you should expect. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what music theory is and why it matters to you, so you have reasons to continue on. And I'm going to be teaching it from two perspectives. So the first one, I guess I'll start with the one that's not very common, is the MIDI. I'm going to be teaching it inside of